Good evening. Welcome to Marist University's 80th Commencement. Our ceremony today celebrates the culmination of our graduates' hard work, dedication, and it is an honor to celebrate with you and guide you through the ceremony. I am Christine Cullen, Dean of the Division of Extended Learning. For your safety and comfort, please follow the directions of the Marist staff, campus safety, and security personnel. Our staff are stationed throughout the McCann and are here to assist you. We are proud of the accomplishments of each of our graduates. Together, let us celebrate the class of 2026. The music activities for today's ceremony are arranged by the Marist Music Program. The Marist singers are directed by Sarah Williams. I am pleased to introduce the Order of Academic Procession. First in the order is the Marist University flag, followed by our Grand Marshal, Kenneth Sloan, Associate Professor of Management and Department Chair. Next in the procession is Marist Army ROTC Color Guard, supervised by Dave Rogers, Master Sergeant, retired. First leading degree candidates are graduate students from the School of Science and the School of Management. Candidates from the School of Science are being escorted by Holly Franzen Korzendorfer, Clinical Assistant Professor of Physical Therapy. Candidates for the School of Management are being escorted by Faculty Marshal Jay Bainbridge, Associate Professor of Public Administration. Next in the procession will be degree candidates from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences and the School of Communication and the Arts. Candidates from the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences are being escorted by Faculty Marshal Yumiko Ogawa, Associate Professor of Psychology. For the School of Communication and the Arts being led by Faculty Marshal Amanda Damiano, Associate Professor of Communication and Department Chair. Next in the procession will be degree candidates from the School of Computer Science and Mathematics. Candidates from the School of Computer Science and Mathematics are led by Faculty Marshal Itel Loria, Professor of Information Technology and Systems, and Director of Graduate Programs. Following the candidates for degrees are faculty from all 6 academic schools, administration, and members of the Board of Trustees. The Board of Trustees is followed by the Platform Party, which includes the deans of the academic schools, honored guests, Khalid Alexander Barnes, winner of the Award of Excellence in Graduate Studies, and Bree-Anna Vaughn, student commencement speaker. At the end of the procession comes the chair of the faculty, Sally Dwyer McNulty, Professor of History. She carries the mace, a Roman and medieval symbol, with a 3-sided crown and Marist seal. Its design represents the 3 ideals of the university, honoring the traditions of the Marist brothers who founded us: excellence in education, importance of community, and a commitment to service. Last in the procession is University President Kevin Weinman. President Weinman wears a robe with 4 velvet chevrons on the sleeves, symbolizing his presidential role. The 4th chevron was hand-tailored by members of the fashion department faculty. Thank you for your attention. At this time, I would like to introduce the leader of ceremonies for our commencement program, Catherine Gunther Kodat, Provost and Dean of the Faculty.
Let us all rise for the presentation of the colors by the Marist Army ROTC, followed by our national anthem, which will be sung by members of the Marist University Singers. Please remain standing for the invocation then, which will be offered by Brother Francis Kelly, a Marist brother and the university's Director of Spiritual Life and Service.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang there, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Graduates, please allow me to offer these words in your name. Lord of new beginnings, fresh dreams, budding hopes, we stand here this evening thankful for our accomplishments and successes, our families, friends, and educators. May the degrees we receive, our work, and our lives be for your glory and the world's good. For all that has been, we give you thanks. For all that is yet to come, we say a hopeful yes.
Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. A special welcome to you, the families and friends of our graduates. We are honored today by your presence and that of our distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, and friends of the university. More than 9 decades ago, Marist's first commencement took place next to Greystone. That initial graduating class consisted of 4 Marist brothers. Their diplomas had been ordered, but had not yet arrived. Still, they held a ceremony and then a supper in honor of the graduates. Right after supper, Brother Paul Ambrose Fontaine, the head of the college, put the 4 graduates in a station wagon and took them out for banana splits. And look at us now. The 1,705 graduates we will honor this weekend brings the number of Marist alumni to over 54,000 worldwide. This weekend, Marist is conferring degrees to students who have completed courses of study at every level of academic recognition: bachelor's, master's, and doctoral. These include graduate and undergraduate degrees earned in our Poughkeepsie campus, completely online, and at our branch campus in Florence, Italy. Together, they reflect the expanding reach of a Marist education and the many different pathways that bring students to this moment. Graduates, your accomplishments are equally varied and remarkable. You have advanced your studies while conducting research, building careers, serving communities, supporting families, and preparing for new forms of leadership and impact. One thing that hasn't changed in all these decades is the joy and pride we bring to this celebration of the class of 2026 in Marist's 80th Commencement ceremony. It is now my privilege to introduce Marist University President, Dr. Kevin Weinman.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our graduates, families, and guests who have gathered here for this very special occasion. Tonight, we are here to celebrate you, our graduate students. You've reached the finish line of a really impressive journey, and you've arrived at the next starting line in your lives and your careers. There are so many different stories of the distinguished graduates in the arena here tonight, 377 to be exact. Some of you completed your program fully online. Today might be one of the few times on campus, maybe even the first time. We're going to hear from Bree later, who is in that last category. Others studied in person and have called the Hudson Valley home during your studies. Some of you rolled right on after earning your undergraduate degree here at Marist. You are now double red foxes, or even triple red foxes. Some of you came here from an undergraduate program at another school. Others returned to the classroom some years after beginning a career, or maybe you came here mid-career. Your decision to study here might be motivated by advancing in your current career, or maybe to change careers, to open new doors. As Katie mentioned, many of you have balanced demanding jobs, family responsibilities, civic obligations, community service, and so much more alongside your studies at Marist. Regardless, I am impressed by you all. For you, life has never been a straight line. What you've accomplished has not been easy. You've shown true determination and grit, and I hope you have a deep appreciation for how far you've come already. Our distinguished speaker tonight, Mayor Steve Noble, knows this as well as anyone. He chose to pursue his master's in public administration here at Marist while already serving as the mayor of Kingston. Think about that. He had already risen to a high-level position as a public servant, elected by his community with a high sense of confidence in him already. By all accounts, he had already made it. Yet he thought he could serve his community even better if he studied his craft still further through the completion of an MPA at Marist. That dedication to self-improvement also animated every single one of you and led to your decision to pursue a graduate degree. Steve, thank you for sharing your story with us in a little bit and your wisdom. Your story is extraordinary for sure, yet the 377 stories here tonight are also extraordinary, and they share much in common with you. I know our graduates are going to see themselves in your speech tonight. For all of you graduates, I hope this is not the end of the line for your formal education. You already understand the importance of postgraduate learning, especially in today's complicated and challenging world. Whether it's another degree here at Marist or elsewhere, professional certifications, or simply taking the occasional class from time to time to stay current, or how about this, because you just love learning, please keep learning, growing, and stretching yourselves. While tonight is honoring each and every one of you here in front of me, Graduates, can I pause for a second and ask you to take a moment to recognize those who have supported you throughout your academic journey? First, of course, your families and loved ones, parents, spouses, children, friends, others in your life who always believed in you, encouraged you, and understood when you had to spend time away from them to study or to work on a paper or a project. Graduates, can you please join me in giving them a rousing round of applause? Next, of course, Marist's amazing faculty and staff. They are the most dedicated and caring people I've ever had the pleasure to work alongside in my career. They are, you know this, they are deeply invested in your success. They have worked so hard on your behalf. Can you please give them a rousing round of applause as well? All right, class of 2026, you did it. While each of you will follow unique paths from here, you now share something enduring in common. You are Marist alumni. Alongside, as Katie mentioned, 54,000 other alumni living and working around the world. As alumni, I urge you to remain active, to remain engaged, to remain involved. I look forward to staying connected with you virtually, on campus, or at alumni events around the country and the world. I wish you much happiness and success as you pursue your goals and your dreams. Wherever you go, whatever you do, please remember, you are a Red Fox for life. Enjoy this day, thank you, and my deepest congratulations to you all.
I now ask Tony Carrizales, Professor of Public Administration, Mayor Steve Noble, our Distinguished Alumni Award honoree, and Michael Acousti, Class of 1998 and President of the Marist University Alumni Association, to please come forward. Professor Carrizales will read the citation honoring Mayor Noble, and the Distinguished Alumni Medal will be presented by Mr. Acousti.
Marist University proudly honors Steve Noble, the mayor of the city of Kingston, New York, for his distinguished leadership, his relentless pursuit of community progress, and his embodiment of the values of public service. As a double alumnus of the Hudson Valley's educational landscape, he is a graduate of the SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry and a 2019 Marist University graduate with his Master of Public Administration. Mayor Noble stands as a preeminent example of the non-traditional student who balances the rigors of executive responsibility with a lifelong pursuit of knowledge. Since taking office in 2016, at just 33 years old, Mayor Noble has redefined what it means to lead a historic city through the complexities of the 21st century. Now serving in his third term, his tenure is defined by transformative achievements. He has successfully secured over $110 million in grant funding, driving the revitalization of Uptown Kingston and Midtown infrastructure, while pioneering sustainability initiatives that have made Kingston a regional leader in climate action. His work has fundamentally addressed the human needs of his constituents, from founding the Office of Housing Initiatives to championing the right to counsel for residents facing housing challenges. Mayor Noble earned his MPA while managing the daily demands of the mayor's office, demonstrating that leadership is not just about holding authority, but about the discipline to grow alongside the community one serves. His career, transitioning from an environmental specialist in the Parks and Recreation Department to the chief executive and a rising star of the region, reflects the power of ethical leadership and ethical engagement. For his steadfast commitment to the Hudson Valley, his professional excellence, and his role as an inspiration to the working professionals everywhere, Marist is privileged to welcome Mayor Noble back to campus as this year's speaker.
Members of the class of 2026, your commencement speaker, Mayor Steve Noble.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to be with all of you today. Thank you to President Weinman and the Board of Trustees here at Marist for inviting me to participate in this joyous celebration. And thank you to all of you, today's graduates, your families and friends, for letting me share this special day with you. As a 2019 graduate of the Masters of Public Administration program, I know firsthand how important this milestone is. And as was said, congratulations, you did it. While it might sound cliche, this is a graduation speech, so after all, cliches are allowed. The path you have been on, with all of its ups and downs, winding turns, and of course, the occasional pothole, has led you to this moment. I hope it's also not a cliche for me to thank my own parents for all of their support, as well as my wonderful wife and life partner, Julie, and my friend Megan, who strongly encouraged me to get my MPA. As a kid, I loved to explore the natural world, going for a hike, spending time camping in the woods, starting a campfire and flipping over rocks in the stream. While I was born and raised in Kingston, a small city just north of here, my family made sure that I spent time in nature and on some of those winding and wooded paths. It led me to a strong interest in nature and environmentalism. I went off to college to focus on learning as much as I could. While this experience opened up my perspective, I also found that my deepest desire was to make a difference in my own community. One step at a time, I followed my path home. First, as an environmental educator, then taking on more project management responsibilities and running an after-school program. These experiences helped to shape who I am today, and helping me get to know my community and really understand how to be a public servant. I didn't realize it at the time, but after 10 years of working in the Kingston Parks and Recreation Department, my path was about to take the greatest turn of my life. It was late 2014, and a number of residents in the city of Kingston were ready for a change. To my surprise, it was suggested to me that I consider a run for mayor. For me, I had never even considered running for elected office. I thought my path was leading me to someday be the director of Parks and Recreation. You all have seen Parks and Recreation, right? Who wouldn't want to be Leslie Knope or Ron Swanson? But after a lot of soul searching and talking with friends, colleagues, and community members, I decided to run. Not only was I running for mayor without any political experience, I was also running against a sitting mayor who was also my boss. My path was about to take a whole lot bumpier turn. Now, my campaign was hard. I had to challenge myself, and as an introvert at heart, to get out of my comfort zone and to show up for the community in this new way. I logged countless miles going door to door, hearing from neighbors who far too long felt unheard. Instead of pretending to have all of the answers, I started by simply listening and learning. What I found was that my city was filled with smart, courageous, kind people who love their community and who want to see it thrive. When the election results came in and the majority voted to place their trust in me, I knew I had to keep pushing myself, continuing to learn and evolve to be the mayor Kingston needed me to be. My commitment to lifelong learning led me to graduate school here at Marist in 2017. At the time, I didn't think it was possible to serve my community, go back to school, still be present for my family. But I'm grateful that Marist offers a program that are flexible, with professors who understand the reality of life's responsibilities, while still pushing students to meet vigorous curriculum. I found a way to juggle it all, and so did you. And as I look out to all of you now, I see strong, hardworking, determined individuals who overcame the challenges before them to become the highest and best versions of themselves. One of our county's most well-known poets, philosophers, and abolitionists, Ralph Waldo Emerson, once said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." As someone who spent a lot of time in nature, I understood this mantra from a literal perspective. But later on, I came to understand that leadership oftentimes means standing up for things you believe in, charting a path that others cannot see or even understand. Marist helped to prepare you for the journey still to come, yet each of you has forged your own path. There is no map to study nor footsteps to follow, and it's easy to feel lost along the way. But I do know, and oops, you guys got this hat figured out? I don't. So it doesn't get any easier with time, clearly. But through the hard work, perseverance, and unyielding desire to make the world a better place, you were meant to lead. I've sat where you're sitting before, and I know one of the best skills an elected official can have is to know when to wrap up a speech. I know you're all eager to spend time with your family and friends. You've clearly earned it, but let this only be a brief rest stop. From here, I urge you to keep moving forward. Walk with the knowledge and confidence of the leaders you have become. The world needs you more now than ever. Congratulations to the class of 2026.
Thank you, Mayor. Now it is my pleasure to invite Bree-Anna Vaughn to speak for the graduate class of 2026. While Bree-Anna is graduating with a master's in marketing communication today, impressively, she already has nearly a decade of professional marketing experience. She has led campaigns for large-scale conferences, business events, and audience-focused brand initiatives. While completing her graduate degree fully online, Bree-Anna continued to advance her career and deepen her expertise in connecting data, storytelling, and audience insight to create more thoughtful, effective marketing. She is also the founder of Valued, a mental health apparel brand focused on honest conversation, community, and breaking the stigma around mental health. Please join me in welcoming Bree-Anna.
So I want to start with a confession. I have been a Marist student for 2 years. I've never walked to class. I've never rushed across campus in the rain, and I've never searched for a quiet seat in the library during finals week. In fact, until today, I had never physically been on campus at all. And yet, this place has changed the trajectory of my life. I share that not as a disclaimer, but as a reminder. Learning doesn't always look the way we expect it to. Sometimes it looks like logging in after a long workday. Sometimes it looks like choosing growth quietly, without applause, without certainty, and without anyone watching. 8 years into my career and 8 years after graduating from SUNY Oswego with my bachelor's degree, I decided to go back to school. On paper, things were great. I had experience, I had momentum, but I also had a feeling I just couldn't shake. The sense that I knew how to do my work, but I wanted to understand why it worked. I didn't want to plateau, and I didn't want to wake up one day realizing I'd stopped being curious. So I made a decision that felt both exciting and maybe even a little inconvenient. I went back to school. Not to start over, but to level up, and I did it fully online. My classroom looked like kitchen counters, airport terminals, late-night laptop screens. Lectures fit into lunch breaks, papers were written when exhaustion was loud and motivation was quiet. We didn't meet each other in hallways, we met each other through deadlines. We bonded over shared exhaustion and mutual respect. And yet, this experience never, ever felt impersonal. Marist didn't ask me to pause my life in order to learn. It taught me how to grow inside it. And as someone who has spent years in marketing, I've learned how obsessed we are with the outcomes, the metrics, the results, the performance. But this program reminded me of one thing we often forget. Transformation doesn't happen in the highlight reel. It happens in the process, in the repetition, in the sacrifice, in the decision to keep showing up way before results ever arrive. Sometimes it looks like logging in anyway. Many of us here today took nonlinear paths to this moment. Some balanced careers, families, caregiving, and uncertainty. Some studied after putting kids to sleep. Some answered discussion boards during lunch breaks, and some questioned whether they had the energy for one more assignment, one more semester, or even one more late night. And somewhere along the way, I think many of us felt the pressure to somehow have it all figured out by now. I know I felt that. I actually turned 30 in 3 months, and if this experience has taught me anything, it's this. You are not behind. You chose to keep going, to keep learning, and to keep becoming. You chose yourself. I want to say that clearly. You chose yourself. And that choice matters, because the world you're stepping into doesn't need more polished resumes. It needs adaptable thinkers, people willing to relearn, to question, and to say, I'm not done yet. There's also another reason this moment matters so deeply to me. I was raised by a single mom. Growing up, oh, this part gets me. Growing up, higher education wasn't a given. It felt distant, almost abstract. What was real was watching my mom do everything she could to keep life moving. And I know many of you have someone like that too. Someone whose sacrifices became the bridge to opportunities they never had themselves. For me, that was my mom. She taught me resilience before I had a word for it, and she taught me persistence before I understood its weight. So, earning a master's degree wasn't something I ever imagined for myself, not because I didn't want it, but because I didn't know it was possible. Yet, here I am. Here you all are. Not because the path was easy, but because somewhere along the way we learned that overcoming doesn't always look like breaking barriers loudly. It often means quietly refusing to stop. My mom taught me that. When I decided to go back to school, I compared programs, I questioned the return on time and energy, I debated whether I even needed another degree. Marist's IMC program was the only one that answered those questions honestly. It respected my experience and it challenged me to deepen it. And I want to say thank you to Marist, not just for the degree, but for the momentum. Because of this program and this school, I've actually already taken the next steps in my career, leading marketing for a national real estate technology conference while also launching my own mental health brand. The skills mattered, but so did the name attached to them. Marist carries weight. It signals rigor. It signals adaptability. It signals that we chose to keep growing. The school didn't just teach us theory. It gave us confidence. It gave us language, and it's opened so many doors. But perhaps most importantly, it reminded me specifically that growth is not something that we age out of. To the faculty who challenged us and met us where we were, thank you. And to our families and supporters, thank you for believing in the unseen work. May you never be afraid to go back to learning, back to questions, back to growth, back to yourself. And years from now, I hope you remember this not as the finish line, but as proof that we were capable of becoming way more of the version of ourselves that almost stayed comfortable. Congratulations, class of 2026. We logged in, we showed up, and today we celebrate. Thank you.
Members of the Board of Trustees, administrators, deans, and faculty, parents, spouses, other relatives, friends of the graduates, and guests, it is my privilege and honor to present the candidates for degrees at this 80th commencement. The names of tonight's graduates are listed in the program. President Weinman, I present to you the candidates for graduate degrees. We begin with the doctoral degree. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Physical Therapy please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dr. Alicia Slater, Dean of the School of Science. A special ceremony, hooding ceremony, was held earlier between graduates and faculty to celebrate the remarkable achievements of the DPT class of 2026. President Weinman, the candidates for Doctor of Physical Therapy are
Emily Marie Sun Adair, Noran Ali, Michael Christopher Carpentier, Danielle Casado, Luigi Dattolo, Catherine M. Evans, Christopher Frank Favazza, Michaela Marie Flynn, Selena Elizabeth Gwendell, Hope LaBelle Hayes, Renetta Onika Hunter, Ryan Joseph Kaplan, Christopher Manuel Lopez, Callie Jean Mariani, Alyssa Petrillo, Naomi Rivera Ortiz, Milad Sabokru, Katie Marie Spencer, Curtis Gregory Swain, Shayla Renee Thorne, Jose Enrique Torres Rivera, Olivia Margaret Weiderman, Sierra D. Wolfgram, Michael Walter Zaransky.
I now introduce the master's degrees. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies please come forward? President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies are
Ethan Edward Abel, Elisa Grace Afiuni, Nicholas Anthony Andrada, Fiza Ansari, Ariana Camille Baxt, Megan Burke, Amory Sophia Colavini, Bree-Anna K. Campbell, Julianne Mary Christofora, Anthony Joseph Cetera, Jr., Kate Elizabeth Craven, Valerie De Leon, Christina Mary DeGruccio, Melina Dillon, Sarah Ann Dunnigan, Brittany Amber Eck, Adam G. Fields, Kayla Ann Flynn, Vincent Fonda Caro, Joanna Morgan Jengo, Caitlin Kelleher, Madison Kayla Kenward, Madeline H. Kirby, Molly Mackenzie Leary, Rachel Charlotte Lee, Alexandra Brooke Levin. Katarzyna Diana Lees. Christina Alexis McMahon. Hannah Marie Mulcahy. Catherine Bell Mulady. Sean E. Murphy. Dahlia Newworth. Talia Marie Nieto. Abigail M. Peters. Tony Lynn Pisacane. Jenna Nicole Riley. Caitlin Mary Richard. Yasoda Rizal. Nicole Elizabeth Sadler. Vikas Shah. Madeline Short. Lauren Elizabeth Simone. Carly A. Springer. John Luke Sweeney. Nithya J. Thomas. Nicole Ashley Tudor. Sabrina Caitlin Velez. Matthew R. Verlotti. Kaylin Anna Vermilier. Andy Marissa Vigneault.
Congratulations.
Acelia Waltzer. Jessica Wu. Samantha Antoinette Zorns.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dr. Deborah Gatens, Dean of the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences. President Weinman, I begin the candidates for Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling with Khalid Alexander Barnes, recipient of the Award for Excellence in Graduate Studies.
Khalid Alexander Barnes.
The remaining candidates for Master of Arts in Clinical Mental Health Counseling are
Amy Grace Barrick. Andrew Zachary Jacobson. David Jose Sancho Lopez Briones Kennett. Lauren Margolin. Hadley Marie O'Connor. Jason Jordan Palmer. Isabella M. Pozzulo. Nicole Sheeran. Shannon Marie Smith.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Education please come forward? President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Science in Education are
Bree-Anna Lynn Alfonso. Ria Dhruv Kumar Bansali. Mary Elizabeth Branley. Amanda Katarina Campbell. Enkolana Chekai Mundia. Kirsten Delaney Coyle. Lauren Elizabeth Curry. Emma Rose Daniels. Raina Danielle Denning. Kelly Ann Doyle. Ava Patricia Durfee. Stacy Eager. Lindiana Frangu. Caroline Mary Hart. Margaret Caroline Hayes. Grace Aurora Hazelton. Matthew Joseph Hellerman. Adriune Marcella Ilescas Duque. Haley Kiggins. Angelina Marie King. Quinlan Ann Maloney. Catherine Teresa Minotti. Juliana Maria Nargi. Raymond Walter Pagano. Kaylee Louise Rumsey. Alyssa Corinne Sampson. Ava Nadia Sapano. Olivia Rose Schindler. Sabrina M. Schumacher. Shannon Margaret Shupback. Natalie Susan Shorey. Alyssa Joyce Statler. Marissa Hope Walsh. Madison Rose Whited. Isabella Rose Zaromatides. Christopher Altro.
The candidates for the degree of Master of Social Work are coming forward. President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Social Work are
Ryan Joseph Carey. Grace Ellen Caton. Jody Nika Duchesne. France Joan Dufour. Tara Susan Fierstein. Abigail Grace James Vickery. Kylie Largeteau. Emma Jane Pond. Claire Abigail Schroeder. Takia Nache Watson.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in School Psychology please come forward? President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Arts in School Psychology are
Cara Ann Lynch. Sophia Marie Martino. Brittany Patricia Paoli. Grace Ann Perry. Benjamin Harris Schumer. Kristen Spedden.
Is this still your people?
Yeah, but it's the Masters of Arts in Teaching.
Christopher J. Staiano.
Yeah. It's all right. It's okay.
It's okay, she's stopping for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching are here. President Weinman, the candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching are
Giovanni Joseph Altomare, Peter Blaser Amendolara, Abby Catherine Fay, Dominic Anthony Ferreira, Lindsay Maris Kirschenbaum, William Peyton Clem, Kalina Maria Kuzemchak, Jeremy Michael Ochieng Mbogo, Jasmine Rose Orr, Breseda Abigail Reyes Martinez, Tyler Marie Rosario, Justin Sloan, Dylan James Supino,
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dr. William Lamb, Dean of the School of Management. President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Business Administration are
Catherine Elizabeth Ballone,
Adrian Bankowski,
Brooks K. Bolden, Joanne Campisi, Riley Q. Curran, Sydney Mae Dielmo, Christina Rose Doherty, Victoria Lee Falserano, Jenna Amira Ford, Lermar Frazier, Jessica C. Giandolfo, Dior Laree Gillens, Shotoya Samantha Gordon, Reshma B. Hussain, Brooke Jarvis, Lauren Elizabeth Jones, Emma Daphne Jules, Kelly Ann Knudsen, Riley Catherine Lee, Sean William McDowell, Lamont Kylan Narcisse, Dylan Marlowe Oates, Nicholas James Roberts, Jordan Alexandra Robson, Christopher James Senecal, Cassandra Lee Whitehead.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Public Administration please come forward? President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Public Administration are
Nicole Carol Anderson, Marsha Bryan, Corey Wayne Collette, Daniel J. Davis, Jessica Ferrantino, Roniel John Foulée, Denise Elizabeth Gormley, Aaron Amadeus Granowski. Darwin Miguel Guzman. Patience Haskell. Marielle Hildenbrand. Lavita Hulasram. Thomas Jude Kelly.
Joseph J. La Savita.
Renita C. Malone. Brian J. Monacelli. Aaron J. Muller. Emily G. Ocampo Estrada. Frederica Robertson. Emi Sato. Eliza C. Scuderi. Genesis Vargas. Andrea Teresa Veras. Vanessa Renee Wanderling. Siddiqa A. Withers. MDG, Mortuza Zilani.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Professional Accountancy please come forward? President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Science in Professional Accountancy are
Daniel Richard Carnaval. Alexander Jose Catalano. Courtney Marie Clark. Francesco John Ingracia. Ella Kazis. Aaliyah Raven Lane. Nicole Ray Longo. John Ambrose Magliocco. Savannah Vincent Pinto. Daniel John Prendergast. Kyle Matthew Rotante. Ryan David Scribner. Miranda Elizabeth Violano. Rocco T. Zanino.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of, Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Marketing Communication please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dr. Maurice Hall, Dean of the School of Communication and the Arts. President Weinman, I begin the candidates for Master of Arts in Marketing Communication with Bree-Anna Vaughn, graduate commencement speaker.
Bree-Anna Teresa Vaughn.
The remaining candidates for Master of Arts in Marketing Communication are
Shayna Aparicio. Sophia Grace Bianchi. Rajan James Corey Blackwell II. Satara Grace Brown. Kimberly Ann Canale. Thomas Patrick Caraturo. Mason Allen Cobb. Haley Danielle Comito. Melissa Conlon. Jack Callan Darling. Samantha Carolan Doyle. Nelson Echeverria. Alexander Farrell. Aaron Lester Goldstein. Alyssa Ann Group. Catherine Marie Timkiv Hannafin. Rebecca Lillian Keys. Lauren Sidney Lagasse. Victoria Macher. Lauren Elizabeth Malatesta. Arlen Rose Mehmet. Kate Julia O'Neill. Rachel Leah Oxa. Robert William Oliver. James G. Patino. Domenic Paul Pericone. Jane Ann Pusateri. Seth Joseph Sadoyan. Ella Marie Santoro. Lara Daniela Vasquez. Julia Rose Ventris. Nikki Vishilia. Michelle Marie Wolf. Sarah Lindsay Zakian.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Information Systems please come forward? Joining me at the podium is Dr. Ron Buckmeyer, Dean of the School of Computer Science and Mathematics. President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Science in Information Systems are
Huzefa Akhtar Hussain. Dumebi Gloria Akukwe. Suravi Bora. Maureen Nibudu Smith O'Tu. Ahil Gangashetty. Siri Gundlapalli. Swati Patil. Luke Andrew Pekovich. Kimberly Monique Quinn. Tristan Harper Shannon. Saketh Theniru. Asrita Vindyala. Yakub Zaremba.
Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Computer Science and Software Development please come forward? President Weinman, the candidates for Master of Science in Computer Science and Software Development are
William Eugene Bolton III. Abhijit Chirungotil.
Wow.
Misael Cruz Hernandez. Harika Devunuri. Tejaswi Yadav Gundaboyna. Elizabeth Catherine Herrera. Roman Manuel Huerta Manrique. Sumanth Kumar Katapalli. Liam Eugene Nipper. Meenakshi Miryala. Matthew Benjamin Ong. Reese Anthony Shank. Gaurav Bapurao Sherla.
The university now formally confers 2 levels of degrees, doctoral and master's.
Class of 2026, are we ready to make this official? Will all the doctoral candidates please rise? By the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the trustees of Marist University, and upon the recommendations of your faculty, I hereby bestow upon you the appropriate doctoral degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. All right. Will all the master's degree candidates please rise? By the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the trustees of Marist University, and upon the recommendation of your faculty, I hereby bestow upon you the appropriate master's degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
So please stand for the Marist Song, which will be sung by the Marist University Singers.
God bless these college halls, which call to mind so well our work together, seeking wisdom, truth, and light, communion shared, we grow and give in joy, all hearts and hands unite. Our voices reach the skies as Marist praise we sing. His spirit strong and truthful fills our hearts and minds. Now go we forth to share our lives with others in His grace divine.
Please remain standing for the community reflection, which will be offered by Dr. Edward Antonio, Vice President for Community and Belonging.
Class of 2026, congratulations. You're going into a world that is complicated, a world in which there is pain and suffering, a world in which there is division and polarization. You're going into a world that is challenging, but that's only part of the story. You're also going into a world that is full of promise and opportunity. You're going into that world armed with a Marist education. You're going into that world with compassion, with love and empathy that has been part of your learning here at Marist. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go into the world with courage. I want you to go into this world with humility. I want you to go into this world with civility. And yes, when polarization and division show up, you must address them with civility, because that's part of what you have learned here at Marist. I want you to go into the world armed with inclusion, remembering that inclusion is at its best when it creates room for the dignity, talents, and humanity of others. I want you to go into the world as citizens, not just of one country, but as cosmopolitans, citizens of the world, citizens of the globe, and bring with you your empathy, your compassion, your leadership, your skill, and your knowledge. In that world, do not simply stand aside. You must seize the moment. You must direct the affairs of the world. You must influence and shape the affairs of the world. Yes, you must humanize the affairs of the world. Go and be good. Yes, it is possible to be good even in the 21st century. Indeed, our humanity depends on it. Go and be good. Go and do good courageously. Thank you.
Marist University has been honored by the presence of this assembly today. We thank you all for your attendance and ask that you please remain in your places during the recessional. Class of 2026, congratulations.
Thank you.